this is Dr. Haripriya, audiologist and speech language pathologist working for Pinnacle Blooms Network. Hypernasality. Hypernasality is one of the major speech symptom resonance disorder. It is majorly seen in cleft lip and palate individuals. Along with cleft lip and palate individuals in whom there is velopharyngeal incompetency or velopharyngeal insufficiency or velopharyngeal dysfunction, this hypernasality is seen. Our mouth and the nasal cavity, these two are the structures where during our articulation, air is emitted from the phonatory system to the oral cavity and the resonatory cavity. So, your hard palate and soft palate acts as the roof of your mouth, wherein the air escapes from the velopharyngeal port to the nasal cavity. If the nasal emission into the nasal cavity is more, then hypernasality is seen. Hypernasality is nothing but the sounds which are supposed to be produced as oral sounds, purely oral sounds, but there is a nasal vibration, nasal turbulence, then that is expressed through your nose, through your nostrils. This is hypernasality. For example, I would tell you some words. If the child has to say papa, pa is a purely oral sound, but due to hypernasality, that is, the air is escaping from the oral cavity to the nasal cavity, child says it as ma because the oral movements, bilabial sound, the bilabial pronunciation, articulation is same for pa and ma. He is expressing it as ma. That means the air is emitted from the nasal cavity, from the nostrils. So in this condition, by listening the child's speech, you can judge whether the child's speech is oral or nasal. Hypernasality is very clear symptom which can be perceptually judged by a speech language pathologist, and there is an appropriate intervention available for hypernasality problem. Majorly, this hypernasality problem is also seen in hearing impaired individuals as well because of lack of feedback to them. The sounds which they utter, they may not be able to hear them properly. So, they don't know the difference between the oral sounds and the nasal sounds, and hence they get confused between oral and nasal sounds. They cannot judge because of lack of feedback, auditory feedback. Hence, hypernasality is seen in their voice. So parents, if you find hypernasality voice in your children, this could be one of the cause. Detailed assessment need to be done. This could be due to oral fistula or, as I told you earlier, velopharyngeal dysfunction, anything. So we need to assess it thoroughly, and remember there is an appropriate intervention for this problem. Thank you and all the best from Pinnacle Blooms Network.
Autism spectrum disorder, psychological problems are troubling approximately 80 crore people across the world. Could endanger your children's future too. Pinnacle Blooms Network is probably the only chain of child development rehabilitation therapy centers offering smart goals-based speech therapy, occupational therapy, behavioral therapy, psychological counseling for kids to be part of mainstream society and bring smiles into their families. Pinnacle's Mirracle is 360-degree patented digital platform to bring technology for empowering kids with special needs. Pinnacle Blooms Network is special edu healthcare unit of Bharat Healthcare Private Limited, Government of India's prestigious Startup India awarded futuristic health tech organization. Largest team of proven therapists ready to work with your kid. Contact us today 9100 181 181 for free assessment.